People pleasing feels like the nice thing to do, but have you ever stopped to ask yourself what it's costing you? Biting your tongue to avoid conflict, putting everyone else's needs ahead of your own, walking away from a conversation feeling resentful, exhausted, or invisible? That's not kindness. That's people pleasing. It feels like you're keeping things smooth on the surface, but underneath, you're the one paying the price. Because every time you silence your truth just to avoid rocking the boat, you're the one who ends up drowning quietly inside. And while it might feel like keeping the peace on the outside, on the inside, it slowly chips away your confidence, your energy, and your sense of self. So today I want to help you stop people pleasing and start leading your life on your terms. So here's how we're going to break it down. First, recognize where you're people pleasing. As always, the first step is awareness. People pleasing doesn't always show up as a big, obvious yes. Sometimes it looks like agreeing just to avoid conflict, over-explaining your decisions to try to make others understand, or putting your needs last and feeling guilty when you don't. So here's the question I want you to ask yourself. Am I doing this because I truly want to, or because I'm afraid of how they'll react if I don't? Recognizing those moments without judgment is the first powerful step towards change, because you can't shift what you won't admit. But once you do see it, once you call it out for what it is, you give yourself the power to choose differently next time. Awareness is the beginning of change, and with every small choice, you start reclaiming your voice. Second, how people-pleasing damages confidence and drains your energy. When you constantly abandon yourself to keep others happy, your brain learns a dangerous story that my needs don't matter. Every time you silence your truth, you reinforce the belief that your worth is tied to other people's approval. And here's what happens over time. Your confidence shrinks, your energy drains, and your resentment builds. It's exhausting, and it leads to frustration, not with others, but with yourself. The longer you stay in people-pleasing mode, the harder it becomes to recognize what you actually want. You lose your own voice in the process of trying to keep everyone else happy. But the good news, you can reclaim it. Third, simple shifts to prioritize yourself and lead your life. So how do you break the cycle? You don't have to swing from people pleaser to bulldozer overnight. It starts with small, intentional shifts. Pause before you say yes. Ask yourself, is this a true yes, or am I afraid to say no? Practice saying no with kindness without explaining yourself away. And give yourself permission to disappoint others if it means not betraying yourself. One of my most favorite mindset shifts, their disappointment is not my responsibility. Because leadership, real leadership, starts with how you lead yourself. It starts with honoring your voice, your needs, and your truth. When you lead your life from that place, you stop seeking permission. You stop over-explaining. You stop abandoning yourself for approval, and that's where freedom lives. So let's recap on how to stop people-pleasing and start leading your life. First, recognize where you're saying yes when you really mean no. Second, understand how people-pleasing damages your confidence and drains your energy. And last, start making small shifts to prioritize yourself and lead your life on your terms. The more you practice this, the stronger your self-respect becomes, and the less you rely on the outside validation to feel worthy. If this message spoke to you, drop a comment and share it with someone who needs this reminder. And if you're ready to break the pattern of people-pleasing for good and step into the leader of your own life, click the link below or in my bio to book your free clarity call. I'll see you in the next video.